Welcome, 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 lovely people. My name is Atara. Welcome to 3.5 Universal Music Group's live stream Twitch channel. I am here with, oh guys, I need to catch my breath. I've been so ready for this moment, so honored. I'm here with an icon, an absolute legend, a titan in the industry, a woman who genuinely needs no introduction at all. The lovely Cynthia Erivo.
Hi, Atara.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for taking the time to sit with me today.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure.
Now, you've had an absolutely tremendous week.
Yes, it's been a
with
little crazy.
The album release.
Yeah.
We saw the Wicked trailer come out.
Yeah.
Billboard and
Yeah.
the Tonys.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
A little bit like I'm floating.
Yeah.
But I feel very, very good.
Yeah.
I feel great. Yeah.
And I feel like with everything that we saw this week, it really showcases like the fruits of all the things that you do as an artist. We know that you do TV and film.
Yep.
We know that you've done live theater.
Yeah.
Today, we are talking about your music.
Yes.
We are celebrating your sophomore album,
Yeah.
I Forgive You. Now, I do have a beautiful, well-written PR description of this album, but I'm
Yes.
sitting here with the mother that birthed it into the world.
Yeah.
I would much rather hear in your own words.
Yeah.
What is I Forgive You?
I Forgive You is sort of a personal offering from myself to the listener of experiences that are human, mine and others, mostly mine, that I wanted to be really honest about and I wanted to share with people. It's a sort of testament to how you can move through things, come to the end of them and look back on what's happened and find a way to forgive yourself and others for the pains or the losses and accept the gains and the wins from what you've learned. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's heavy.
Yeah.
That's real. And forgiveness is one of those things that, like, in therapy, I've learned, forgiveness is one of those things that they always tell me it's for yourself.
Yes, very much.
Which is hard.
Yeah.
Because I you know, but what was the process of forgiveness for you?
Process of forgiveness for me, I think I realized how little I was gaining if I didn't let some things go. Holding on to things takes up a lot of energy and space.
Yeah.
And so when you let go, when you start to forgive, you free up more room for you than whoever else it is that you have to free up as well. And even in the process of letting go of things for yourself, you stop beating up on yourself, and so you can see a little bit more light.
Yeah.
And creating is easier when you do that. And
Yeah.
moving to a new space, moving into a new phase in your life is easier when you start to let go of things. Yeah.
Because it's hard, because in any situation like that, one, you have to forgive the person. Sometimes you go through a phase where it's like, I have to forgive myself for even getting involved in this situation.
Yeah.
And then to make the decision to create.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I don't know. I guess I didn't feel like it was tough. For me, I felt like it was necessary. And I don't necessarily know how to write in any other way. As soon as I put pen to paper, it came that way. It was just sort of from the heart and from the mind. And I don't really mix words. You'll notice on the album, lyrics are both complex and very simple at the same time. They're very open.
And beautiful.
That's just how I write, you know? And so when I started writing this album, I guess I didn't even think about how hard it would be. I think I thought about what it would be if I didn't actually put down what I was thinking and feeling. That would have been harder than to keep it to myself.
Yeah, and my favorites on the album are Brick by Brick.
Yep.
And She Said. And let me think. Because I feel like those were the ones that there were songs that I was like, you don't usually, not you particularly, but like these are things that people don't say out loud.
Right.
And that's massive. I love listening to stuff like that because it's so honest.
Yeah.
Were there any moments of, like, while you were building the album, were there any moments of discovery?
Moments of discovery. I think Brick by Brick was a big moment of discovery. I think I didn't even know that I wanted to write that song. I don't even know if I knew I needed to write that song until I started writing it. And then the words sort of started flowing, and that moment in it where it says "Don't lose yourself," that was sort of like something that flowed as I was writing, and I just kept repeating it. She said, "Took me no time to write. That came really easily. It flowed." I think I end up writing the things that no one wants to say, just because that's kind of how I am anyway.
Yeah.
I speak
From
freely
the heart.
and from the heart,
Yeah.
and I don't really hide what I want to say. And so the lyrics just end up being an extension of who I am,
Yeah.
and who I want to show up as. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's beautiful, because I think it actually leads me to my next question.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people are familiar from your live theater work. What do you want fans to know about you as a musician?
That's where I started. Music is my first language.
Really?
Yeah, I sang first, and I was performing in like nightclubs, and I was performing with singers and backing vocalists.
Yeah.
And being a backing vocalist long before I was on stage in shows. And so for me, this is kind of a return to something I know very well. I've been writing since I was 16, and my first song was in a film by Gina Prince Bythewood called Fly Before You Fall. And so
I've been singing that all day.
that is one of my first songs, and I wrote that a long
That's
time.
my favorite movie.
It's
my favorite. Nobody knows about it.
No one knows about it.
And that song,
yeah.
I knew that song before I knew you.
Wow.
I've been singing that song all day.
So
and that's
crazy.
because I also needed to calm my nerves.
Yeah.
And my mom references that. She doesn't know that she references it, but she knows that that's my favorite movie.
Yeah.
And so anytime I'm scared to do something that's
Yeah.
like a step in my career or a step creatively,
Yeah.
something like today.
Yeah.
I saw my mom and my brother a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, guys, I feel like my seat is on fire. Like, I'm going to be in front of her. And they were like, I mean, yeah, sure. What if you fall, but what if you fly?
Right.
Sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
No, but that's what that song was about. The idea that before your feet touch the ground, someone will be there to help you fly.
Yeah.
Which, and that's something that I've been doing. It's something I've been doing for a really long time. And so there are people who have met me in this moment, which is so wonderful. And there are people who have met me just on the stage as a performer. But I want those people who are new to me to know that this is something that isn't new to me. And this is like home as well.
Do you feel more comfortable in either or craft?
No, I think they give me different things. They provide different types of food for me. You know, there are times when being on a stage as a character is so fulfilling because you get to sort of become another person and pour yourself into who that is. There are times when being on the screen, because there are certain things you can't do on a stage, but you can when you're playing characters on screen, that you get a rush from. And then live shows for me can be live wires. I love being in front of people and seeing their reactions live with me, and as just me. So it's different food, you know. I think I'm one of the lucky ones who gets to really like embrace it all and enjoy it, genuinely enjoy it all. Yeah.
And the characters that we've seen you in, they're not just real stories, they're heavy.
Yeah, they can be heavy, yeah.
You know, and that takes a lot of bravery to show up and be honest and be pure and raw and organic. And I guess the question that I have for you is, now that you're telling your own story, what is that like?
Oh, it's glorious.
Is it scary?
I thought I would be scared once everyone was listening to it, but now I feel kind of liberated. Because I think the more people listen to it, the more people get to know me as a person.
Yeah.
So they get to know the person behind all the characters, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Because now you can understand how those characters come to be when you watch them, and you know the person who's behind it, and you can tell the difference between when I'm being myself and when I'm playing the character.
Yeah.
You know?
And the best thing that I've always loved about your work is that in everything that I've seen you in, different characters, no matter what, you bring yourself to the character. And I feel like I always see you, you know? So even I'm just, you know, it's like, that's not you,
Yes.
but it's you.
Yeah, it's interesting because what with characters, it is impossible to leave yourself completely out of it. So you do have to put some essence of who you are in those characters, but they aren't you. But they should feel like they are.
Yeah.
You know, they should feel like they're an extension of who you are, so that when a person watches, they can't tell that you're putting someone on.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's an interesting thing for me in this moment, because I think people are learning that there is a separation between the character I play and the person I am. Yeah. And of course, there are parts of me in the character, because you can't. It's my body. You know? It's my person. It's my oxygen that I'm breathing. It's all of those things. But the character is who she is, and I am who I am. When I take the character off at night, I go home.
Yeah.
And I leave them in the trailer or on the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to add to this kind of like shedding, when you have a character, you put on the skin, the everything. But because this project is you, I feel like it was more of like a shedding.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. What was that process like of having to reveal to be able to present?
I think it was sort of written in the stars a little bit for me to have to do that. I don't necessarily think I even had a choice in the matter.
Yeah.
The second I sat to start writing, that was what happened. And I think I sort of made an internal choice that was what I would do. I think I've spent a long time showing up for other people, showing up as other people, and performing other people's music, and which is so wonderful when you can interpret. But I think it had become the time for me to share myself. Yeah. So I guess it was a combination of shedding and sharing who I am, like opening the doors and then showing who I am behind them. Yeah.
And please tell me, what was the process of once you've gone through the personal work?
Yeah.
Feeling like, okay, this project is mine. It's mine. I decide I'm going to share it with you.
Yeah.
What was that like to take charge and ownership of it?
Really wonderful. Really wonderful, because I think I had a different experience the last time, and it didn't necessarily feel like it was in my hands, and that I could really sort of steer the ship. And it's been really wonderful this time to sort of experience what it's like when your ideas matter just as much as everyone else's, and everyone is sort of listening to what you want to happen and how you want to share it. Yeah. And so to see all of the ideas come to fruition, all of the visuals, all of the music, to even be a part of creating the sound bed for what this music lives on, it's been really wonderful. Yeah. It's been really creatively fulfilling. Yeah.
And this album is so personal. Yeah. You listen to it and it's impossible to be like, it's impossible to not feel like you're really hearing truth in poetry. And with something so vulnerable, because also you play a lot. I heard some things in there, I was like, whoa, I feel like maybe it was yodeling, it was something.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, this is different. Yeah. This is cool.
Yeah, yeah.
What is it like to have to, one, sing a song that means so much personally to you from your own personal experiences, while also really nailing like the vocal aspects of everything that you do?
The vocal is sort of like the starting point. I knew that I wanted this album to be focused on the vocal in the first place, so I knew that's where I needed to start. Yeah. And what we started to do was build the vocal beds and the padding and the stacks first on a lot of these tracks before we even began to write the melody and the lyrics.
Before instrumentation?
Before instrumentation.
What?
So we would have the vocal pads and we'd have the sort of like vocal lines. Yeah. I would make them whilst I was in the vocal booth. We didn't really write down the arrangements. I would do them as I was recording. Yeah. So a vocal line would come to my mind. I would sing it over and over and over again. As I was recording, another vocal line would sort of appear in my head. and then I would finish that first vocal line and then go on to the vocal line that just appeared in my head, and I'd finish, as I was recording that, something else would show up, and I'd just keep recording until there was no sound left in my brain. And that would be the vocal bed that we would go away and we'd just keep listening to over and over again, and I would write the melody over that. Then we would put instrumentation on it. A couple times when we would have like a bass line, and if we had the bass line only, I would do the vocal bed. We'd rarely do a full instrument pass before we would write a melody,
And is it melody before lyrics, or were the words...
Lyrics and melody together.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. My brain is strange.
No, you're cool. I can't imagine doing that.
It's a lot of noise. It's a lot of sound in my head, that's for sure.
But that's beautiful.
Thank you.
And then, you know, after all of it, it came out, and it's a full 20-track album, by the way. That's a feat. 20 tracks. And I feel like we don't get albums as much anymore.
I wasn't meant to make a 20-track album. That was not the idea. I think I was supposed to do like 13 tracks. But then I wrote a lot and realized I knew I wanted sort of like we call it old school. I think it's like an elegant way to make an album, telling people when to take a break and when to listen, and separating certain like moments up with an interlude. So I knew I wanted interludes on this album, which meant that once I'd recorded the songs I wanted, I started making the interludes, and I thought I would just have one interlude or two, and then it ended up being 4, and it just took on a life of its own. And that's how I ended up with 20 songs.
And that's cool. Because I feel like that's just like you're just in the thick of it, in the thick of creation. Did this building feel sacred to you? Yeah,
it did. I think I sort of really was listening to what I wanted, and also like, it sounds very, I don't know, airy-fairy, but I was listening to what the music wanted as well. Like, when I knew the album was done when I stopped hearing songs, when I stopped hearing music to write on this album. I knew I was done because I wasn't thinking about what do I need to add here, or maybe we should write an interlude, or I think we need to write this interlude, or this lyric seems to be, I can't get rid of this lyric out of my mind. Once it was quiet, I was like, okay, we're done. Did you ever feel like you were running yourself in circles? No. Beautiful. No. I think everything was very particular. Yeah. I could drive something into the ground if I wanted to, but I'm very good at going, okay, I'm done. It's finished. So you wear a lot of different hats. Yes. You're a singer-songwriter. You are a producer. You're an actress. Phenomenal storyteller. Thank you. What is it like having to do all of that for your own baby? You know, what is that like? Kind of wonderful. I think I feel really proud of how much of me is in this. That you get to sort of see what I see for myself. You know, and I sort of delight in the work, in the research, in the creating, in the going back and forth with my producer, in the going back and forth with the artist and the photographer, and it all felt like it was my material, you know. So it definitely feels like it's an extension of me, which I am so pleased about, right down to the photo here. Like, I you know, knew who I wanted to take the photo for the album. I contacted the photographer, Norman Jean Roy, and asked if he would take the photo. I've known him for years. So everything felt like it all sort of fell into place exactly how I wanted it to. So it was a really wonderful experience, and I think not many artists get that. I know that I feel very, very lucky for being able to do that. Not very many artists get the opportunity to do it that way. But I am really grateful for the opportunity to be able to take charge in that way. You're so cool. Thank you. And so for a lot of artists, it's also sometimes challenging to have to be the boss, the entrepreneur, and the creative. Did you feel like you had that sort of challenge in times? No, I'm bullheaded because I'm a Capricorn, and those things, I think they're sort of like in my nature. But I also have an amazing team who know when to sort of step out of the way and let me sort of like run, but they also know when to sort of come in and help to guide wherever I need guidance, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's where the balance comes. It's that it doesn't always have to be you on your own, that it can also be you and someone else, or you and your team working together in tandem. As long as everyone knows which direction we're moving in and what we want and how we want to get there, 9 times out of 10 you'll get exactly where you need to, and everyone will be moving in the same direction.
It's a lot of trust.
Yes.
And that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. It's taking time to get to that place when it comes to trust.
And that's real.
Yeah. I've been I pick my people. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not there yet.
Yeah, but it takes time.
Everybody keeps telling me that I'm a Pisces.
Yeah.
I'm not patient.
No. That's okay. But it takes, but even in the impatience, it will still take time.
Yeah.
Like, impatience is one thing, but patience will be forced upon you because you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it'll turn up when it needs to turn up.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
That's vulnerable.
Yeah.
So, can I tell you something?
Yes.
In so many ways, you have impacted my life. You and your work. You more than you may know. And I've been very calm, cool, and collected this whole time. But internally, I'm, but in the best way.
Yeah.
I say all that because you are truly such an inspiration to me.
Thank you.
And I watch your work, and I hope to one day be a fraction of an artist like you.
You will be every part of the artist that you want to be of you. That is what I wish for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think sometimes we look at others and go, I wish that. But let that be just inspiration, because I can't wait to see everything you have to offer.
I hope I get to show you one day.
I would love to. I want to see it all. I want to see it all.
With that being said, did you have any muses or inspirations when you were building this album?
A few. I had Enya is one of those because of the sort of like vocal bed of music that she makes in her music. Brandy because of the way she uses harmonics in her harmonies. I think there are loads of different sort of like touchstones. You have Aretha for soul, and you have Prince for sort of like the extended sort of sound that you can make. And then if you look at Eva Cassidy for the folk of it all. I'm a very eclectic musician. I have listened to a lot of different types of music in my life, and so it all sort of shows up. There's like there's some Britpop in there that I can't help but.
I've never heard of Britpop before.
So,
can you tell me which songs specifically are Britpop?
You think of Replay as very Britpop.
That's cool.
I think Push and Pull has a little Brit feel to it.
That's the one that you rap?
That's the one I rap in.
I heard that. I said, wait a minute. This is cool. Took me by surprise.
I know. So some of those things are there's like touches of things that I've listened to over the years that have shown up in the music. Yeah.
That is so cool. I mean, they give us all of the beautiful descriptions of everything that this album is, and I'm like, but when you're listening to it, you're not sitting there like, oh, this song is
no.
You know?
No. I don't choose the style before I write the song. The song sort of tells me what style it wants to be written in. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's my sort of cross the bear, I guess. Like if someone says, "Can you write an R&B album?" I'll be like, I can try. Give me someone who can write R&B. I'm just going to write the music, and if it shows up in that way, that's what it will show up in.
And that's cool because I feel like also a lot of artists, there's a lot of pressure to stick to one thing.
Yeah.
Either, stay confined in a genre, or if they're saying, I'm going to write an R&B album or a pop album. Not a lot of people listen to the internal voice that's telling them, hey, so actually you want to do this thing.
Yeah, you want to do a folk
Who
song.
cares what we call it?
Yeah.
Because genres bend.
Right.
Yeah. Real quick, could you tell me what that process was like of sort of allowing yourself or surrendering to the music?
Really freeing, actually. I sort of realized after a while that there was no way for me to tailor the music in a particular direction. And so I just sort of put my hands up and said, okay, well, if a song's going to come out and it's going to be feel like a country song, it's going to feel like a country song. If it's going to feel like a blues song, it's going to feel like a blues song. If it's going to feel R&B, it's going to feel like R&B. If it wants to feel like a big love song ballad, then fine. If it wants to feel like pop, then it should feel like pop. I just, whatever served the song that I was writing, the message or the music, then that's what I sort of lent into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So a few months ago, I watched your interview, the Actors on Actors interview with Angelina Jolie. That was cool.
Thank you.
Like, first of all,
good.
you're already like a legend in my eyes. And then seeing that, iconic. Pivoting to music.
Yeah.
If you had a musicians on musicians interview, who would you want to interview or who would you want to interview you?
Yeah, can it be anyone?
Anyone. And why?
I think I'd love to sit with Prince. Because I think he has some really interesting ideas about what an artist can be and the way an artist can show up and what they can say with their music and how much of their music they can be in control of and how daring you can be within it.
Yeah.
I think that would be a really interesting conversation.
That's so cool, yeah.
Yeah. And maybe Nina Simone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think she'd be quite shy. She had stage fright, so she was. I don't know if she would want, but she was great at having. But her interviews are incredible, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still have stage fright?
I've never had stage fright. I get nerves before I go on, and right before I go on, I tend to forget the very first lyrics of songs. But once the first lyrics are out, I'm fine.
Have you ever forgotten lyrics to your own songs?
I'm sure of it. I'm sure I have. Yeah.
Really?
Right before I go on.
Okay.
I lose all idea of what I'm singing.
How do you...
nerves, and then I just breathe.
How do you recenter?
I sort of make sure that the focus isn't necessarily on me and is on the audience. That's the best way to recenter, to make sure that it's not about me and it's about who I'm singing to.
Yeah. And so when you're on the stage and whether you're singing your own music or performing, what would you say is the biggest difference between embodying a character, singing their song, as real as it has to be for you, versus showing up singing your own work?
Well, when you're playing a character, you have to navigate the song for the story that you're telling about the character. So whatever they are going through is what needs to be channeled through the music. So it's not necessarily what you are going through, but what they're experiencing. You find a way to funnel your feelings and who you are through the story of what they are experiencing. And then, for me, I'm just telling my truth. There's one less layer of sort of a filtering.
Yeah.
It's just from me to the audience.
Is there any, fear around standing there and it's just you? There's no extra layer?
No fear. There's no fear in that. No, I think there's sort of a natural progression from playing other characters to playing yourself. And I love standing on stage in front of people and singing to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a passion of mine. I love it.
Yeah. So in the songwriting process, did you ever feel maybe pressured to write something specific or take things out? Just total honesty the whole time.
Yeah. I have an amazing team. And my A&R, Wendy, she just sort of like let me be. She said, "Here's the studio, write your songs," and that was kind of it. Okay. Yeah, no one has said, "Well, actually, maybe take this out, or maybe not write that. Don't write this." They've just said, "Write the music, and let's see what happens."
Yeah, that's really beautiful. I think
we might
I'm
have
gonna.
questions.
Yeah, we have a few chat
I
questions
think so.
to share with you.
I think I've got some questions too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm soaking up everything that you're saying. I'm sorry, I'm just staring.
No.
Deeply into your eyes.
No,
this is who I am.
I appreciate it.
My love language is words of affirmation.
Yes.
So I love to just sit and listen.
Thank you.
And
I appreciate that.
I absolutely love this moment. I'll let you decide.
You take it away, and I've got a couple questions here, so
Amazing.
you do one and I can do one.
So we have a question here from the chat, from our wonderful Twitch family, from BritW444.
Oh, hello. Yes.
Hi, Cynthia.
Hi.
Given that you have synesthesia,
Yes.
I'm curious to know what colors you see for each song.
Oh, what's interesting is that there are songs written in a color.
What?
Yeah, so some songs started with the color, not a theme. So I remember one day I said, so when we started the album, we had a few words up on we'd written a couple words up on the board or on our computer, just to keep us like, I said, these are the things I want to talk about. And then I was like, but also I'd like to write down what I feel like the color of some of this music will be. So I remember one day I came in and I said, I want to write a song in the color red. And it's interesting because then my producer, who is brilliant, Will Wells, would just play some keys, and like a couple chords, and he'd play a chord, and I'd be like, no, that feels like an orange. And he played another one, and I was like, no, that's yellow. Then he landed on the key, he landed on the chord, and I was like, that's red. So, okay, that's the chord. And then I went in and started recording the vocal layers in that color. So there were a couple of songs in different colors, you know.
And is each song
like
its own color?
Feels like, I think she said it feels like gold or something.
Yeah.
Like gold or peach.
You First.
You
What color
First.
is that?
You First is blue.
I love that
Yeah.
one. Oh,
It's like light blue.
That was another song that I was like, this is so honest.
Yeah.
I listen to certain things and I'm like, that's real.
Yeah.
Because I also might not have ever said that out loud.
Right.
But that's real.
Yeah. And You First I love You First because You First started as a cover from someone, a wonderful artist called Manana. When I heard it, that's the color. It actually sounded to me like a different color than what it's become. Because when he wrote it, it had a different sort of instrumentation. And we took it on, because I couldn't get it out of my head, and I knew it fit with this album. So I asked him if I could do the cover and write on it as well. So I took it, wrote on it, and redid the instrumentation, redid the orchestration, and it changed color.
Yeah.
Because it became something else. It becomes very big towards the end.
But that's beautiful. I feel like this is such a well-rounded process of creating.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, when you create music, I'm like, you're listening to it and you just feel it and it comes out, but you're seeing it.
Yeah. I definitely see it, that's for sure.
Are there any songs that are multiple colors, or is each song their own color?
I don't think there are any songs that are multiple colors. Each song has its own sort of like color.
Yeah.
But not on purpose. Some songs have a color on purpose because that's where I started, and some songs end up being a color just because that's what they. But it's hard to tell what the color is until I step away from it and listen to it.
Yeah.
I can write it in the color, but when I come away from it, then I can see what color it is.
Does it change?
Well, because some of them change because I don't intend to write it in a color.
I get it.
I sort of come away, and then when I listen to it back, I see the color.
You're so cool.
I'm an oddball, that's for sure. And I like it.
No, I think it's how people create, whether it's, more well-known or common, I think it's, or less well-known, it's just like, that's what an artist is.
Yeah.
They're unique in every sort of way possible.
Yeah.
That is such a unique way of being true to who you are.
Yeah.
And you showcase it and you express it beautifully.
Thank you very much. Thank you, I appreciate that.
Of course. I have another, if you have a chat question.
I think it's Third King.
Okay, yeah.
From the chat.
Yeah.
What was the final recording session like? How did that moment feel for you? The final recording session, I remember actually we finished, I thought I had finished the album, and then we went back just to listen over some things, and then there was one song that just needed something extra, and it was Holy Refrain. And I realized that what I lacked on the very end of this album was a gospel choir. And so what you hear it sort of builds, and I needed like the classic chord progression of a gospel choir with that song. And so I am the gospel choir in that song at the end. And that was just the most glorious thing to be a part of. It was the first time that was the moment where I was like, and we are done.
Yeah.
There is nothing left to do. That is what I wanted to do, and I'm finished.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was really awesome.
That is so, and so when you're building this gospel choir sound, there's so many layers to it.
Yes.
Did you ever get tired recording a song?
No.
No,
because I go in and that's the mentality. The song is going to get recorded, and 9 times out of 10, I'm not necessarily patient with myself when it comes to the writing of things. So my sessions are usually no longer than 4 or 5 hours, and within the 4 or 5 hours, we will have songs. We'll have maybe some of the arrangement. And we'll have maybe some of the instrumentation done, just because once the song's done, we can start building. Yeah. And so by that point, I've already gotten everything out of my system. I'll just keep going until there's nothing left to sing. Yeah.
It sounds like such a peaceful process.
Oh, it is. There are not many people in the recording studio.
I love that.
My recording studio is very quiet.
Period.
Yeah. Me and the writers, and that's it. And usually it's me and 1 or 2 other people. So
I'm assuming you don't go into any session ever feeling frustrated, or do you ever walk away from a session feeling frustrated?
No, because I think whatever the session is supposed to bring is what it will bring. There's no point forcing it to do anything other than what it does, you know? Yeah. So I just, I try to go in as open as I possibly can. I rarely go in with an idea of what I'm going to write until I get there. And then I sit for a second, we figure out what we need to write, and sometimes it comes, and if it comes, then great. If it doesn't, okay, well, it didn't come today.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I have another chat question for you. We have Oddball Jess. When you go into songwriting, do you set aside a time, or do you write as the lyrics come to you?
I write as the lyrics come to me.
Okay.
I write as the lyrics come to me. Sometimes it's like a phrase, and then I'll write the phrase. Sometimes that phrase will end up in the song, or sometimes that phrase will just be the inspiration for what the song is going to be. Usually, like I said, we start with the vocal pad, because that sometimes serves as inspiration as well. But the lyric and melody will come at the same time. And if a phrase comes without melody, then 9 times out of 10, it's sort of like where I might begin. And then if I start writing, I don't even know what will come first. Sometimes it's the hook, sometimes it's a verse. Yeah. Or sometimes it's a verse that I think it might be a hook. And it can change as you go along.
Do you ever have a moment where you hear a melody or you hear a lyric in your head and you're like, I have to write that down?
I record it.
You do?
Yeah, I might be out walking or something, and something comes to mind, and I'll put it on my voice recorder just in case I don't forget it.
Do you feel like your inner artist yells at you if you don't do it right then and there?
Yes. Yes, because I don't want to forget it.
Yeah.
You know? I don't want it to disappear into the ether. You get an idea and then it goes away. Yeah, if you don't take care of it.
Have you ever heard of The Creative Act? It's a book by Rick Rubin.
Yes.
They talk about that, how there's a frequency of creative ideas all around. Yeah. And ideas will come to you. You just have to be open to receiving, keeping your space open. Yeah. And if you don't act on it, the idea will go find another vessel.
Another vessel, right.
Yeah. Yeah. And I learn more and more that is very true.
Very much so. I think it's true, that's for sure. Yes.
Yes. I have another chat question for you from Erivo Nation.
Okay. Hi.
Hey, Cynthia. Do you have a favorite lyric on the album that you think people might have overlooked?
Ooh, that's a good question. Favorite lyric on the album that I think people might have overlooked? The one that keeps coming to mind right now, and I don't necessarily think people have overlooked it, but there's a line that goes, won't say goodbye before we kiss, and if I'm sick, well, she's the best. She has the Vicks at the ready, and her hand goes to my chest. And I think maybe people don't really know what Vicks is. Vicks is like Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the idea that someone is caring for you even when you're not well.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know if it's been overlooked, but that's definitely a lyric that I love.
It sticks out to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
How do you, is there anything that you felt like was like, this is so specific to me and me only,
Yeah.
nobody else is going to get this, maybe I should not put it in?
Well, no, because I think specificity is key. And I think, strangely enough, the more specific it is, the more human it becomes. I actually think people are drawn to things that are specific because I think those are the experiences that most people have, you know?
Yeah.
We all know what Vicks Vapor Rub is, or we
Yeah.
know what that kind of thing, Vapor Rub is.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can rub it on your chest when you're not feeling well, or you're a little bit congested. And that act is always so loving. That doesn't matter who does it. It's the fact that it happens is something that is a loving act that we experience, you know?
I hear Vicks Vapor Rub, I'm instantly 7 years old, in my
Exactly.
bed, sick.
Yeah.
My mom is
Exactly.
shoving medicine down my throat.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know that that is like, whether it's a mother, a father, or auntie, an uncle, you know, a partner, someone who loves you because they want you to be well. Yeah.
This album brings a lot of like nostalgia and warm feelings.
It should.
Yeah.
You know, it takes you through many different feelings, loss and gains and love and heartbreak and all those things.
Yeah. I have one more chat question for you.
Yes.
So this is from S. Burns 180. Hello, Cynthia.
Hello.
Have you considered the idea of a country song?
Oh. I mean, I would, happily. I feel like there's a couple on this album that have that feeling on it, but an outright country song, I would happily engage. I'd happily do that. I think there's something really beautiful about the way country music speaks to people, and you know, you have Tracy Chapman, who has written one of the most famous country songs there are, Fast Car, and so I think it lends itself. There's emotionality in that in a country song. There's that storytelling that country music has. So, I think it would be a natural thing to do.
Because country is also so, I think of it as one of the more raw genres in terms of it's usually acoustic and voice. So, you know, it's, when I think of country, I think of home. I'm from Houston, which is country.
Yeah.
You know?
I love,
Yeah, so it's just
one of the homes of it,
natural grown music.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, I think I would happily do that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And I think we don't realize how much music comes from there. You know, I Will Always Love You was originally a country song. Dolly Parton.
Yes, I heard that. Yeah.
So there's a real wonderful synergy when it comes to music and how it becomes what it becomes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, before I ask one of my final questions, I do want to share another vulnerable piece with you, if that's okay.
Please do.
So I grew up in Houston, and in Texas we have these theater competitions that are called, one of them being the Texas Thespians Convention, where students come out and they perform a piece, and they get to share it with the whole convention if they're able to. My junior year, I sang I'm Here.
Oh my goodness.
Which for our Twitch watchers and listeners, if you haven't had the chance yet, I'm Here is a song from the musical The Color Purple, which for many, many years, this beautiful woman beside me starred in and took on the role of Celie.
That's right.
And that year was also a very particular hard year for me.
Right.
I was grieving and there were so many things going on, but I also felt like that was the first time I dared to be honest in my work. I had to. There was nothing else for me to do but to just show up. I would have never been brave enough to do that if I hadn't seen you do it first.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much
I mean
for sharing
that
that.
genuinely.
Yeah. What a brave thing to do as well. Well done.
My godmom had to kick me all the way over there. She started as my theater director, and then she became my mom.
Yeah.
I went to college at Howard, which is a historically black college
Yes.
in Washington, D.C.
Yes, yes.
Your legacy is studied and revered, held onto so dearly.
Thank you very much. I appreciate seeing that.
And so when they told me a couple weeks ago that I was going to be 6 inches away
Yeah.
from someone I've looked up to for so long, I've been very emotional.
Yeah.
Because I knew I would also have the honor to finally tell you thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, the honor is mine. It's been lovely to spend the time with you.
You're
It's been really
such
lovely.
a phenomenal artist.
Thank you.
You're so honest in everything that you do. It's inspiring.
Thank you.
And you just being you validates and confirms for other girls and women that we can do the same and we'll be okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So genuinely, thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
I say all that to say,
Yeah.
we have so many watchers who are developing artists,
Yes.
storytellers,
Yes.
musicians, directors. We would love to hear from you in your own words, any wise words of wisdom.
I mean, the most wise thing I can say to all of you is that you are your best asset. The work that comes from you in the most honest way is the thing that I think will connect with people tenfold. Trying to be anyone else, trying to follow a trend, trying to follow what other people are doing, 9 times out of 10 does not work or will only work for a very, very short time. But the thing that lives and will breathe life into you and everyone else around you are the most honest and real and connected parts of yourself in your work. So grow to find out who you are. Don't rush to get there. Take your time. It doesn't happen overnight. And when it does, just be open, you know? And I think some of us are so, we've been programmed to hear no's more, so we're used to hearing the no's, that when the yeses come, we're kind of not ready for them. Ready yourself for when a yes turns up, and be excited about that when it comes, and also be willing to do the work that keeps the yeses coming. Yeah, that's my advice. And have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Because also for a lot of artists that are just, doing it right now for the love of the craft, the love of the process. It's hard when you have those no's, especially when you don't have yet a success that validates all of those closed doors.
Yeah.
And so sometimes your own self-worth takes a hit, how you view yourself. Do you have any advice for just how to still be your own friend?
Well, I think that it depends on what you view success as, right? Like, what do you want from the work that you put out? What do you want from the work that you do? And then go from there. If it's fame, then you might be disappointed often. If it's that you want to bring a little joy to people, seek out the people that you bring joy to, and that will lessen the hurt from the no's.
Yeah.
And also, I think sometimes we have to view no's as simply things that move out of the way for the yeses to come.
Yeah.
Those no's just mean that that's not for you.
Yeah.
It's for someone else.
Yeah.
And your yeses are coming. Again, it takes time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm almost 40. It's taken time. But I've been working and working away, and the thing that never goes away is the joy of doing the work. Do you get frustrated sometimes? Absolutely. Frustration will happen because you're human, and that's a natural thing to happen. But should it stop you from continuing? No. You just keep going. You find other ways and other outlets to share your work. There was a day when Cynthia, who was 15, 16, 17, 18, was singing in a nightclub behind other people. And now she gets to sing on a stage in front of 450,000 people at Wild Pride.
Yeah.
With her own music.
So cool.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Time will steer the ship.
Okay. And did you ever, in your journey as an artist, well, first of all, I want to say, you could be 20. Your skin is glowing all the time. I've never seen your skin not look flawless and phenomenal. So just want to say that. Did you ever have any times where it was hard for you to believe in yourself sometimes?
Oh, I'm sure of it, yeah. I think, especially when I was a teenager, you get your doubts, you get your insecurities, and that sometimes happens. And I think the more I started learning about who I was and who I am and who I wanted to become, the less the insecurities sort of took the front of the stage. And do they creep in every so often? Of course, because you're human.
Yeah.
And I think the more I learn myself, the less those take hold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that's always tough for me is that whenever I'm working on something, sometimes my inner child, she, she's not ready to do certain things, and I'm like, we're not in that space anymore.
Yeah.
Or we've come so far.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do have to hold her.
Yeah.
And say, it's okay.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's do this thing.
Yeah.
What is that like for you being so successful now?
It's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same. I think the work, because you're in therapy and I've also been in therapy, the work that you do when you have, your inner child is always going to be the wounds and the things that you've had in your past that maybe want to protect you from having it happen again.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to just say, it's okay, we're fine.
Yeah.
We're okay. Let's try again. Just be gentle.
Yeah.
And then you'll be okay. As long as you feel inside safe, you can make that person feel safe within you, you can fly. Yeah.
Oh,
it happens. Everyone has that.
and flying.
Yeah.
Genuinely, don't mean to be corny.
No.
Defying gravity.
Yeah.
One, do you feel as though your inner child is finally flying with you?
Oh, for sure, yeah. She's having a great time. She's currently having a ball.
Amazing.
She's having a laugh. It is great for her right now. She's having an absolute ball, yeah.
At what point in your career did you feel like she finally allowed you to take the reins?
I feel like it was a couple of years ago, but this last sort of year, she's really sort of gone, go on then, where do we want to go next, And especially this last week, we've had a great time.
Oh.
We've had a fabulous time.
Cool.
She's had a real giggle.
Yeah.
And I think just because we get to do things that we didn't necessarily even think we would do, and I think that has made me chuckle, and I think it's made her chuckle. Just like we didn't really think about that before, and it's like the feeling that comes to mind. You know when you
like
that. Are we doing that? That's really cool.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. That's the feeling. Yeah. That's what I've been getting lately. Yeah. Which is lovely. It's just things that I just didn't expect.
Yeah.
Which is not. I like the fact that my own life is surprising me is really nice.
That's cool.
Because I have my little goals and I've written things down, and a lot of them have been passed, and I've done it, and now things are showing up that I didn't think that I would even look at. You know? And I'm just sort of riding the wave. Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being so vulnerable.
Oh, my pleasure.
And sharing.
Yeah.
You are such a beautiful soul.
As are you. As
Thank
are you.
you.
Thank you. And well done. This was lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you so much for sitting with us, taking the time.
My pleasure.
Thank you to all of the amazing viewers. Thank you to the Twitch family. Thank you, UMG. Thank you, 3.5. We're going to wrap out. Thank you again,
Thank
Cynthia.
you. My pleasure.
And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
You should. You too. And a week. And
a
year.
Wonderful rest of
all of you.
All of life. Yeah.